All right, it's Michigan-Ohio State Day, the game. A couple things I just wanted to quickly talk about. I wanted to give my prediction today. I also want to talk about what this game kind of means to me. So I'm going to start about what this game means to me. Growing up, really close to Michigan, my mom worked for U of M for their laundry service and then for accounting for one of their departments at one time. So I grew up around this for all my life. And, I went to high school 8 miles away from the big house, So this game is everything. And, when I was growing up, Michigan won a lot of games against Ohio State. That was the Cooper years for you Buckeye fans. And I remember us, knocking you guys off from undefeated seasons, I feel like. I remember winning the national championship with Charles Woodson. I remember all this stuff vividly. I was a huge Charles Woodson fan. I was a huge Biaka Batuka, Tyrone Wheatley fan, That was, for me as a kid, those were my guys. Those were my favorites. And, I remember 1 versus 2 back in, the mid-2000s. And I remember being so pumped up for that game. And, again, it meant a ton. Every year I get emotional leading up to this game, like the week of the game. I watch old video clips, like the 73 introduction where the Buckeyes came out and tore down the banner. Like, all this stuff is, for me, the tradition and everything, it's emotional. It always has been, always will be. And, people are like, oh, what if your kids ever went to Ohio State? Great, have fun, go to Ohio State. I will never wear an Ohio State shirt, nothing. If my kids were athletes and starting on the team, I would not wear an Ohio State jersey. You could not get me to do it. I'll wear a Michigan jersey with their number and their name on it, and I will go to the Ohio State game. That's what I would do. But I don't think I have to worry about that. My kids are pretty diehard Michigan fans as well. They get excited about the fight songs and, all the clips and everything, and they see a capital M in the middle of a word on a sign somewhere, and they're like, look, a Michigan logo. My kids know how important it is to me, and I think it's rubbing off on them. And I don't really force it on them. It's just, I think by being around it, they're into it. But I don't have the same hatred for our other rivals. Like, if my kids went to Michigan State, I'd probably wear a Michigan State jersey for them, except for when they're playing Michigan. Even Notre Dame, I'd be all right with that. But Ohio State, I could not do. Never, ever, ever. So that's how much I hate that. Like, I wouldn't have anything Ohio State in my house. Nothing. I just won't do it. But that's me. With that, this year feels different it just does. Normally under Harbaugh, it's always been, well, the next game's our most important game, blah, blah, blah. This year, I have not felt like I've seen that as much. In fact, since the Penn State game, it seems like every week, Ohio State's on Michigan's mind. The hatred, the coaches that left us last year, like all of that leading up to this. Our defense is playing really well, getting a lot of turnovers. Our offense is not turning the ball over. We're passing the ball. We're running the ball. We're doing the things that we've expected under Harbaugh. And, obviously Michigan State, Indiana, and Maryland are not that great of teams. I get it. But we've played really well. And I don't know. It just feels different. Ohio State fans seem really cocky. I have one friend who doesn't seem as cocky, but all the other ones are really cocky. The spread is getting worse. It started at 8. I think it's up to 9 now in favor of Ohio State. I think that's crazy. And for some reason, I think Michigan wins today. I think it's going to be a really high-scoring game. I think there's going to be, even with the cold and everything, I think we're going to see both teams throwing it around. I am worried about Ohio State's run game. Dobbins is really good. But when it comes down to it, I think the score is going to be 36-34 Michigan. So that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think, or if this is after the game has already happened, feel free to talk trash if you want or whatever. Let's have some fun. And yeah, go blue.